Howdy, Dawn of War 2 fans. Check it out, we've got GuruSkippy not playing as the Orcs, playing as the Chaos Sorcerer, following his rabble of heretics here who are going to get onto that power node. Get a little bit of power flowing for the Chaos Gods above. We're going to be fighting against some Orcs. These Orcs are going to be led by FufuHunter, and I can already predict that I'm going to say that the Orcs are Guru at some point in this cast. Now, fortunately, Fufu is also a Orc main, so hopefully that will help me in not calling the Orc player Guru. But yeah, Guru, known for his Orcs himself. Guru, a very experienced player. Fufu, an intermediate player. He's been at this for a while now. He's definitely solid. I wouldn't say he's quite on the level of Guru yet. But you know, we'll see how it goes in this matchup. Guru obviously playing off race against Fufu. Now, as far as the Chaos Sorcerer versus the Commander Nob matchup goes, I'm going to be honest, I would rather be the Chaos Sorcerer in this matchup. But we'll see how things fare. Now, Doombolts certainly are one of the biggest reasons why I'd like to be the Chaos Sorcerer. And Flamesword and teleporting around is another one. Grenade Launcher Heretics. Heretics in general feels so oppressive against Orcs in Tier 1. That was kind of a wild overextension though from Guru. I don't really know what was going on there. I mean, it wasn't like he was even fighting with the heretics over on this side. But yeah, loses his sorcerer. Now CSM try and close in on the commander, not beat him up in melee. They certainly can do that, but not while there is a mob of 6 slugger boys moving in to protect their big commander nob. So yeah, the CSM have to back off. The heretics definitely don't want to fight with that K nob. So generally that's a fantastic engagement for Fufu. I was thinking then, why does Guru not have anything else yet? He hasn't dropped any gens, there's no upgrades. Well, obviously, because he just had to rebuy his Chaos Sorcerer. So in contrast, we're seeing, okay, no upgrades for Fufu, but we see him drop down the gen here. Must be saving up quite a lot. Yeah, he's nearly ready for Storm Boys. There you go, straight away, fast Storm Boys. They're coming out. I don't disagree with that, that's a fair play. And then he'll slowly start to get another generator when he can, and then more upgrades steadily. CSM doing a little bit of poke here at the Slugger Boys, but not enough to kill the model. Shooters are coming to defend them. But these guys are all tanky, not losing any models yet. Nice bit of damage there on the Chaos Sorcerer. Caught in an enfilade between the Commander Nob's twin shooter, or the shooters, the shooter boys. Beautiful Doom Bolts there though, putting on some big damage, but nicely countered by a gorgeous stun bomb from that Commando Nob. Wow, look at all the dead heretics, 7 of the fuckers dying over there. Filthy heretics, that's what they deserve. There's gonna be Noise Marines. Oh, I mean, this is, I don't know man, this is looking kind of rough. Yeah, we need to see some aspiring champions because the Noise Marines coming out, they're pretty hard countered by the Storm Boys, but one of the difficulties in this matchup, it's so much easier if you're playing as the War Boss or the Mech Boy because of how you can support your Storm Boys. Commander Nob really doesn't have much tools to do that. I mean, in fact, he basically has none. This can present a problem if you attempt to send your Storm Boys in to control these Noise Marines, and then you get ganged up on by a double Aspiring Champion Heretic melee mob. That can be very rough for your Storm Boys, but Fufu's going for a Pain Boy. I like that choice actually. I think that's a really nice choice, and it is for that reason that he hasn't opted for any further generators yet, because he was trying to maximize his requisition to get the Pain Boy out at optimal speed. I really like this play from Fufu. This is good macro play from him. Now we're seeing a shooter nob coming down. Makes sense that you would want one shooter nob at the very least as a priority against Tzeentch, because that will infiltrate to mitigate the impact of his worship. Commander Nob there being used very well along with his worship to tie up the enemy Noise Marines so they don't hurt the blob of shooters too badly, but that shooter squad is looking quite precarious here. Oh, it gets wiped by the Aspiring Champion Heretic. Now this is where Fufu fails. He also overextends his Commando Nob into the Noise Marines, and then the Commando Nob is taken out by the Heretics. What is going on over here? A nice flank from the Slugger Boys. Nearly wipes out that Heretic squad, kills every single Heretic bar the Aspiring Champion. But a good special attack there from the Chaos Sorcerer secures his safe retreat. But perhaps at the expense of this other Heretic squad. Maybe not. Stormboy is instead choosing to jump ahead over the Noise Marines to try and tie them up, but that spares the life of these heretics, perhaps a little bit of a micro error for Fufu. Quite a few micro errors there for Fufu. I think now that there is going to be most likely double melee aspiring champion heretics, he is going to really miss having the double shooters to try and do a lot of damage and control to them. Still, as far as the melee engagements went, he was quite decisive there. Ooh, don't overextend your Stormboys though, kind of forgetting about them, letting them go way too deep and losing 2 models very unnecessarily. And you know, those Stormboy models really are not that cheap. Especially the fact that you've got to pay for power with them. 3 Stormboy models now dropping. Yeah, Fufu pretty impressed I think with the amount of damage that came out there onto those Stormboys. But they are notoriously squishy, those Stormboys. They're not too bad, 950 HP, but the thing is, you're jumping them in deep. You can't expect them to be like ASM, who have more HP, fewer models, heavy infantry armor. So there's a bit of a threat here from Guru that he's going to try and get a little gem bash off of his Noise Marines. But obviously, there's a couple of single entities here, so it should be easy enough to tie them up and prevent the bash. Could do with the Flame Sword, I think, on the Chaos Sorcerer. Not only is that just a straight up DPS upgrade, but it has that damage over time. That damage over time can be really nice at chipping away at heroes and sub-commanders. I think he really needs that right now to control this Pain Boy. Look again, the Commander Knob charging into melee with a Noise Marines to shut them down. It is a very cost-effective way to deal with them. Pain Boy, massively overextended though, isolated on his own against the Aspiring Champion Heretics, and he loses the Pain Boy! Fufu's macro strategy, I think, was really good here, but his execution in the combat has been very lacking, and it is hurting him badly. Losing more Stormboys, 2 more models dropping, the Chaos Sorcerer teleports in, that might even be a 3rd. We got another Shooter Boy squad who came out here to replace the lost one, but man, this is kind of ruining Fufu's requisition economy right now, and he really needs to stop this bash. He's already losing out on map control, he's losing out on economy already. He doesn't want to be losing out in the tech race as well. But okay, he does manage to force off the Noise Marines there without losing any further gens. So he only lost 1 gen, that's not too big of a deal. Aspiring Champion Heretics have been a little bit bold here, trying to stay in and actually doom blasting out. The Sluggers got lucky there and propped a special, that could have been very bad. Actually, they couldn't, could they? I think Aspiring Champion's got 70 melee skill and Sluggers only have 60. A little bit of harassment from the Chaos Sorcerer before he retreats, but he didn't have that 100 energy, so it wasn't a full 6 Doombolt bolts. I mean, 6 bolt Doombolt. So yeah, it really didn't do that much damage. I'm surprised to not see an Aspiring Champion on those peripheral heretics, but I suppose Guru is not really committing to the fight where he can, he's just using them for capping power, which is fair enough. Probably not needing to use aiming what's that there. There wasn't really any support. That wasn't a vital force off. Like, you didn't need to instantly force off those CSM. So I think just jumping the Stormboys in was enough. Probably didn't to waste the aiming what's that. It does cost red. You gotta remember all those orc abilities. They do cost red. Then free. But this is where the shooters shine. You see double wire on them, buffing their damage and their speed, really hurting these Aspiring Champion Heretics. And at that point, the Stormboys can just turn around and handle them in melee. They do eventually jump in, tie up the Noise Marines, and now the shooters can put a lot of pressure onto the enemy Chaos Sorcerer. And honestly, at this point, I might actually see a good gem bashing opportunity for Fufu. Yeah, the Sorcerer's too low. The Sorcerer's too low. He needs to retreat out of there. CSM are coming down to help, and they can use this green cover. So I think Fufu will probably accept 1 gen and then back out. CSM not perfectly in cover here. This idiot at the back is actually stood out of cover. So we're taking a lot more damage than normal. He needs to move forward. What the hell is he doing? Guru needs to be manually controlling this. But yeah, the bolters are kicking in. Ooh, Dark Flames comes down as well. Wow, is that going to wipe the shooters? That is pretty damn close. The damage over time just doesn't wipe them out. 10 HP. Lots of dead models over here. Okay, only 1. 2. And now the heretics are walking through it. Jesus Christ, guys. Come on. Noise Marines seem to have bled quite a lot this game. It's kind of surprising. Stun bomb into melee attacks. Beautifully executed. That's going to be some dead heretics. Couple of dead heretics. Completely stops their counter-attack there. CSM looking a bit precarious with the only, well, about half HP but all 3 models. Now Fufu's, yeah, this is good. Moves his sluggers into retreat path using the the boys. There you go. Basically guaranteed at that point to get 1 CSM kill. Doesn't get the second, which is quite unlucky. Now he's going to turn on those very fragile heretics. And yeah, loses 4 heretics. Nice stuff. I would have just got the AC on those other heretics, honestly. I feel like I have a lot of advantages here for the Chaos player. Stormboys have been a menace. Stormboys nearly level 3 at this point. When these Stormboys get their knob, they're going to be an absolute nightmare to control. But the good thing that the Chaos Sorcerer has is he does have the Robes of Torment. I suspect that Guru will be a little bit reluctant to use that though, since he's already paid for the Vestments of the Warp. In this instance, you know, with wiping out one of the upgraded shooters so early on, probably wouldn't have gone for the Vestments of the Warp. I don't know, maybe he got that upgrade prior to wiping them out, but I feel like the Vestments hasn't really been that impactful here, especially because he hasn't got the Flame Sword. I think the Rose of Torment would be fantastic right now. And honestly, fuck the investment, take the sunk cost, I would be swapping to the Rose of Torment. So Chaos Dreadnought of... I was just going to say Chaos Dreadnought of Chaos is out now. I guess it is a Chaos Undivided Dreadnought for now, no mark on it. Only 2 marks that you can get in this game, Khorne and Tzeentch. Might see a mark of Khorne Dreadnought. I mean, the mark of Khorne Dreadnought is notoriously powerful when using tandem the Chaos Sorcerer due to his Warp Global ability, teleporting it out of any sticky situations it might put itself in whilst it's using that Blood Rage. But yeah, honestly, as it stands right now, the Autocannon Dreadnought does just fine. And whilst the Chaos Dreadnought doesn't actually inspire, like the Space Marine Dreadnought, it does come with 20% melee resist by default, even though it is a ranged vehicle. So that will help protect it quite a bit actually against any heavy melee Stormboys from the Slugger Knob, who actually can put on quite a lot of pressure even though it's a power melee unit. It can put on quite a lot of damage to things like Assault Cannon Dreadnoughts, just because they have no melee resist. But we're going to see Tank Busters now, so the primary threat for this Dreadnought isn't melee, that's just a secondary one from this Stormboy. These Tank Busters are the problem. I think Mark of Khorne would be the safest bet here. Gives you the damage resistance when you activate that Blood Rage, and it just gives him a little bit more max HP too. Honestly, if that was Mark of Khorne, might have even killed the Slugger Knob there. So we're going to see some Tzeentch worship, try and get this Chaos Dreadnought out without any more Tank Buster shots raining in. We'll see. Aspiring Champion Heretics here engaging the Stormboys, but yeah, like I said, these Stormboys now are level 3 with a knob. The Aspiring Champion Heretics have no chance. Even if they were level 4, they would get wrecked. Especially when there's double fully upgraded shooters nearby. Fufu doing a pretty poor job evading the Dark Flames here though, taking a lot of damage. Fortunately for him, not really losing that many models, which I think was quite lucky. Honestly, at this point, I would just retreat this blob out. Yeah, get them the fuck out of there. These Dark Flames are putting in a lot of hurt. Yeah, they're mini nukes, indeed, man. If those Dark Flames land cleanly, they do a lot of damage. But the thing is, the damage from that Dark Flames, it's a damage over time. It's not a spike. It's not spike damage, so... you know, it's not really a nuke. Just dodge it, Fufu. Fufu's been a little bit slow with the dodges here, unfortunately. He's a little bit colorblind. So that's his excuse, I suppose. Can't see the red circle. Well, there you go. I mean, I don't actually know if there's a the colorblind option mode for this game. I think there is. I don't know though. Anyway, Sword of Flame coming out at last. Seems like a very late Sword of Flame purchase there from Guru. I find that a bit odd. I guess he just wanted to get to tier 2 ASAP. No shotgun yet for the Commando Knob. I would get the shotgun literally just to kill the heretics. Ooh, we got the Blastmaster Noise Marines set up in the middle here. Look at the arc on these motherfuckers. Look at the range and look at the radius that they can fire. Now, not going to be particularly impactful against a Commando Knob. But wow, this is weird. Fufu is going for an Assassin's Knife. Okay, he's cancelled it. That was... yeah, I don't agree with going for an Assassin's Knife. I think that's quite ridiculous, actually. Just go for your your shotgun and just beat the heretics non-stop. Sorcerer moving in, trying to get a bit of harass down on these shoot boys. Does actually get a really nice special attack and a nice timely retreat there. Ooh, brutal Blastmaster shot, killing all of the shooter boys there except the knob. Dreadnought unfortunately, whoa, Dreadnought unfortunately not killing off the knob there. Focusing on the other shooter boy squad, who managed to escape with very low HP, but a lot of models. Blastmaster shot on retreat there, giving two Storm Boys, and another one sent flying into the air by that autocannon. These poor orcs need some help. Here comes a tank buster barrage from some hidden tank busters, and Guru didn't notice. He incurred a lot of damage there on his Chaos Dreadnought. Chaos Dreadnought, it must be said now, is level 2. Now, where is the Chaos Sorcerer? The Chaos Sorcerer is back at base, so there's no real threat for this Chaos Dreadnought. He could always get it out using the Warp Global from the Chaos Sorcerer, but it turns out he doesn't even need to do that. He's going to use his Infiltration Worship, send it back to his double heretics. Okay, Special Shooter, aka the Shotgun, is coming now for the Commander Knob. That's going to put on an immense amount of pressure onto those heretics. This could be what Fufu needs. I mean, Guru's now taken to tier 3, so Fufu kind of needs to make some plays happen and needs to finish the whole farm off here for Guru. Otherwise, I feel like things are going to get very out of control. If we start seeing some Lightning Claw Terminators on top of this Dreadnought, getting any more levels and turn to Macacorn, ooh, this could be really bad. CSM here caught by Sluggers with their Knob. Not a good situation for them. Not sure what happened here in terms of the Blastmaster. Looks like, oh, the Special Shooter definitely went down to those heretics. Look at them, only 2 models left. They got wrecked. Stormboys do jump in on the Blastmaster and force it off, and the Tank Busters are getting some good shots onto the... Oh my god! Maybe the Special Shooter did not go down! Oh! This is why you go for the Special Shooter, man, against the heretics. Look at that! It mustn't have used the Special Shooter against the other heretic squad, because he had that explosive shot right there to use on that other heretic squad, knocking the aspiring champion into the Storm Boys, who ripped them to pieces. Or was it Slugger Boys? I don't even know. I think it was Slugger Boys. Yeah, that was a nice function of Slugger Boys, finishing off the aspiring champion, and every single other heretic getting gibbed by that shotgun. Nice players there from Fufu. Again, making sure he is behind the heretic squad in its retreat path before he uses that ability. You always want that if you've got a source of knockback and you have powerful melee units nearby. You want to get in the retreat path of the opponent and knock them into your army so that they have to retreat through your melee. And you get a really good opportunity to wipe them. And Fufu is taking the aggression now. You know, he punished Guru for taking that play to tier 3. I feel like I see this all the time with the Chaos players in my replays, man. Always taking tier 3 too early and losing units, losing map control, and maybe losing the game. Would you look at the damage coming out of that Blastmaster? Nearly wiped out that shooter squad outright. Very lucky to get away with 2 models there. Only 30 HP spread between the shooter knob and that shooter boy. Just lucky. Just lucky. Kind of like those heretics not losing a model there from that barrage. That was kind of lucky as well. Yeah, Guru is tier 3. What the hell is he saving up for? He must be going for a great and clean one. He must be. I don't think you get a Land Raider Phobos, given that the Commander Knob could always be going to tier 3 and get the rocket launcher himself, given that there are tank busters on the field, and given that there is a heavy melee option with the Storm Boys, which are now level 4. So I think a great and clean one probably is going to be the choice for GuruSkippy. But Fufu's tier 3, and honestly, Guru doesn't really have a very good supporting army right now, so I feel like he is probably going to lose this game. We'll see. We shall see. He's not buying anything right now, which is very odd. I don't know if he wants Terminators. Obviously, he doesn't have the red for them. But yeah, he should be... Okay, the Great and Clean was 200 power. I thought it was 180. My bad. So he was actually just saving up for the Gua the whole time. Fair enough. And that was quite a sad attempt from the Sorcerer to take on the Storm Boys there with the Coruscating Flame. You see that it's actually still active on the Sorcerer even though he is dead on the floor. He managed to kill another Storm Boy. That's quite hilarious. I didn't realise that. Enlarging Cloud, if you're watching, maybe that could be a bug to fix, actually. That's quite annoying. Can you imagine being having like a unit just kill a Sorcerer last minute, and you only have 1 model left, and then his dead body kills you with Coruscating Flame? That would be so salt-inducing. Okay, Sprite Champion coming out on the CSM. I guess that's something that you can get. Very luxury upgrade, but there you go. Slaughter is used, increasing their range DPS. Nice counter there to the Slaughter, using aim in what's that. Suppress them for a while until it wears off. Waste that buff. It does last a long time, Slaughter, doesn't it? Jeez. Stormboy's doing their job. These AC ticks need to get the fuck out of there. They're just feeding XP to the Orc army. Then again, these guys are probably, yeah, they're nearly level 4 each. One of them is level 4, the other one's level 3. Noise Marines, where are the Noise Marines? Oh, I seem to misfire onto these sluggers there. Scary engagement for the Chaos Sorcerer. It gets a very lucky special attack, but I'd be very wary of this shotgun. This shotgun doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can knock you over. There you go, just like that. So then you're vulnerable to being hit in melee by the sluggers. Now, sluggers were only level 3 there, whereas the Sorcerer is level 4. They have equal melee skill, so what that means is that the sluggers could not proc a special against the Sorcerer. Maybe that's why Guru felt so confident, but I was going to say a beautiful pickup from the Slugger Boys there on the Blastmasters, but no! Great Unclean One making his presence known. A fantastic vomit from the Great Unclean One, killing all but 2 of those sluggers and then finishing off the Knob and the remaining boy in retreat. Look at the HP on these Storm Boys, 96. Potentially a foul snare from the Great Unclean One might be enough to kill this Storm Boy in retreat. I don't know what range that has. I don't even think he has line of sight, unfortunately. That could have been a very nice play for GuruSkippy. The tier 3 unit of choice for Fufu is going to be a looted tank. That's what we're going to see from him. Now, to be fair, there's not really much AV on the field at all. Of course, the Great Unclean One can do melee, but it can do heavy melee damage, but it should never really be able to capture the looted tank. Ooh, nice cloud of flies. Very good damage over time, AoE damage to the shooters, not to mention the Great Unclean One hurts things just as he moves along. Wow, the vomit actually hit as well. Really, really unfortunate for Guru to not wipe out that squad. That was a really nice series of play. Flanking around, getting into retreat path, hitting that plague of flies, cloud of flies, whatever the hell it's called. Then having the AoE damage aura, I was going to say that as well. Just standing near the Great Unclean One hurts nearby enemy infantry. And then hitting the Wart Vomit on retreat as well. That is a really nice play. Commander Nob doing a good job there, tanking the damage of those AC ticks. Not enough models really were able to hit him while he sudden aced this VP. He's level 6 himself, so he's the most fragile of commandos. Looted tank coming over then to get rid of them for him while he finishes the cap. Tank Busters finding themselves in a very tricky position. They need to get out of there very fast. Great Unclean One chopping them to pieces. They're going to get wiped. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Chaos Sorcerer gets the sync kill on the Tank Buster. He squirms, he screams, and he is flung across the map on top of those ventilation shafts to never rise again. And that is one of the best sources of damage for Fufu in taking down this Great Unclean One. Gone. Nice hit from the Blastmaster there, and a couple of swings from the Guru takes the looted tank down to less than half HP, but in theory, Fufu uses his micro on his tank correctly. Tank should not get caught again by something like a Great Unclean One. Come on. Do see some Gretchen coming onto the field. I would imagine that these are going to be repair crew Gretchen, because there are no sluggers on the field right now. Needs something to repair his tank. Now the problem with the tank is, whilst the Great Unclean One is going to take a very long time, well really, in essence, it can take all the time it wants. It's never going to catch a looted tank if it keeps microed. The looted tank just doesn't do a lot of damage to the Great Unclean One. It's great against infantry, but yeah, look at this. Like, the cannon shots just bounce off of this thing. So I wouldn't really call it a counter to the Great Unclean One, but you can use the looted tank to counter the infantry, I suppose, that the Chaos player has, and then get the win on the maps, just ignoring the Great Unclean One. I guess that's an option. I'm a little bit scared for this looted tank right now, though, because of the way it's driving around in Blastmaster territory. Letters are another choice for Guru here. They're going to do pretty well. Force off these level 4 Storm Boys. Oh my god! What are you doing, Fufu? The Gretchen are chasing after the... Oh no! The Gretchen were chasing after the Guru. A complete misclicked on Fufu's behalf. 5 of them get obliterated by the Noise Marines, and then the Great Unclean One finishes off the poor little bastard at the end. That is quite the mismatch. A little Gretchen trying to chop away at the Great and Clean One. The Great and Clean One probably just thought it was a Nurgling. Not even reacting. Luid Tank is moving up into a very precarious position here, right into the firing knack of the Blastmaster. Another beautiful shot from the Blastmaster lead to the Luid Tank at only 61 HP. One more swing from the blade of that Great and Clean One, and this thing will be dead. And the problem that Fufu has now is he just bought the Gretchens. You can only get Gretchens using the global bar of the Orcs, and it's on a cooldown, I think at least 2 minutes. He even paid for the upgrade, and then he lost them. And he, like I said, he doesn't have his Slugger Boys, so this Luid Tank is basically worthless right now. It really has to be so careful moving out. One hit from the Great and Clean One and it's going to die. Even the Bloodletters at this point, if they teleport behind it, they will kill it in a matter of seconds. So it's probably best to keep it out of combat. The problem that Fufu has right now is that he's only got 120 VPs left and there is a triple cap against him. So what is his play? His play is going to be the rocks. He sees that GuruSkippy is building a shrine using his heretics, so he's going to drop rocks on that, try and get the kill. Actually wipes out 3 of the Bloodletters. No, it doesn't. 2 of the Bloodletter models and 8 of the heretics, but doesn't actually get a wipe on either squad, so they will be back fairly soon. Fufu needs to get onto the points. His play now is to drop in some commandos using his global bar. They are a unit that's very versatile. They are a unit that captures 50% faster than your average troops. See a knife coming out onto the commander knob so that you can actually kill the Blastmaster Noise Marines here, because remember that shotgun, whilst the explosive shot itself as an ability is very powerful, the actual DPS on the shotgun is not so good. Okay, the Guo lost sight of the commandos there because, of course, they do infiltrate and they utilize that little moment that they got to get the decap on the natural VP of GuruSkippy. GuruSkippy, 172 VPs at this point in a very dominant VP lead. Both the shooters of Fufu have moved over to the contested VP and are successfully going to be able to capture that. It does look like the commando knob for Fufu will be able to capture his natural VP before Guru gets his natural back. So at least that stops the VP pressure, but maybe not. Foul Snare, used by the Great and Clean One, pulls that commander knob in. Now that commander knob is in a terrible position. That massive blade of the Great and Clean One slicing away at the commander knob. Honestly, no idea how we got out of that alive. I feel like the Great and Clean One should have been chopping at him far more than he was. But there you go. We're actually seeing some melee commandos coming out. The Luid Tank is trying to do something again, deterring units from capping, but wow, is it low. Losing that Slugger Boy squad, and honestly losing the Gretchen squad was probably the even bigger blow there. That would have been the perfect unit to keep this Luid Tank relevant, but unfortunately he did lose them. Chaos Sorcerer trying to do something on this far side, but both of these shooter boys, nope, just one of them's level 4, the other one's level 3, so they are actually going to be able to handle him on their own. Another nice vomit going down to the Storm Boys in the mid. Looks like the CSM that were meant to be capturing the VP over here for Guru, they did capture it, but the Mando Stabbins quickly dispatched those CSM. This is becoming a bit of a VP battle at this point. I don't know what the commandos are doing. Where have they gone? They've overextended. They need to infiltrate and get onto this VP as soon as possible. Yeah, Mandos didn't cap because you A-moved, I guess. I don't know, maybe you misclicked. Great and Clean, we're going to force off those Storm Boys. The Bloodletters have gone for the cap, and unfortunately the Luid Tank didn't notice it. The Luid Tank should have been using its boom shot there to knock back the Bloodletters and prevent that cap. Mandos do get the decap over here, so it is a 1-to-1 cap. And the Terminators are now called down by GuruSkippy. Wow, GuruSkippy is quite elite. Finally, we see some more Gretchens for Fufu. That is going to help repair the tank, but Fufu does not have a lot of time. Only 29 VPs for him. The commandos were too busy trying to cap. Wow, they are in terrible position right now. Lose their knob, lose 3 boys. They get out with 2 models, probably. They do. Okay. Gretchen aren't repairing the tank. This is another misplay on behalf of Fufu. One good shot from the Blastmaster here could easily wipe out the tank, but the Bloodletters teleport in. They're going to rip the Gretchens to pieces. Oh my god, he's going to lose the Gretchens again? Fufu, your micro, brother. He loses 5 out of 6 Gretchens, but they do get out. Oh, the Great and Clean One picking up this commander knob. I mean, honestly, this is a valiant effort from Fufu to try and stay relevant in this game. He attempted another boom shot, but unfortunately, this terrain here is slightly elevated, and the bloody boom shot hit that terrain instead. So the Heretics move in. We're going to try and finish the cap, and Guru can close out this game by holding these 2 natural VPs. Should be quite easy for him to do with the Great and Clean One. Oh, the last grot valiantly chasing after the looted tank to try and repair it, and he gets obliterated by the shots from the Terminators. Quite excessive, I dare say, using an autocannon on a Terminator to kill a grot, but there you go. It's a very important grot. I'm afraid at this point I don't really see what Fufu can do. He's going to send his Stormboys and his shooters over to the actual VP of Guru, try and get a decap and elongate this game for as long as he can. But kind of a tale of Micro losing the game, I suppose. It's a shame, really, because honestly, I like what Fufu did here. I think his strategic choices were really good. It literally just came down to miss Micro of units. But a good game nonetheless, and a nice tenacity from Fufu, perhaps feeling a little bit inspired from the legendary Orc player Tex. Never bloody quits, that fella. But there you go. It is a 1-to-1 cap. The Commandos are moving in, but I don't think they're going to be able to do too much. Caught in a horrible combo of a Blastmaster shot into a Guo Warp Vomit, and that is the GGWP. But the game isn't over because he actually has a 2-to-1 cap. But not for long. Yeah, he throws in the towel there, because obviously the CSM are going to capture that VP, and it is the end of the game. There you go, that was a nice little Chaos Sorcerer versus Commander Nob on a different map, West Heresy. Not seen this map in a while. I gotta say, guys, I'm getting so many replayers of the same maps. If it's Ashes of Typhon, if it's Greentooth Gorge, if it's Fedrid Folly, I don't want to see it. I want some different maps. Play something exotic, please. Anyway, if you did like this content, please leave a like down below. Helps this video get shown to more and more people. Also, leave a comment. Don't care what the comment is. Why don't you just leave a comment saying, big up de grots. Big up de grots. That's what I want you guys to comment down below. That will help this video, again, get more views, help it reach more people, YouTube algorithm kind of things. Thank you for supporting me, folks. That is all from your boy SCD today. Torpid, out.